So how are you today?
Well, okay. Well, today I was a little busy. I had a meeting with my new team member to make
Mm-hmm.
my to develop my new program. Because my major is computer science. I'm planning
Mm-hmm.
to make a computer program. So, yes, I had a meeting, and I had uh, two classes, so a little bit busy for those, but yeah, now fine.
Okay, that's good to hear. So,
Mm.
it seems like you had some audio issues earlier,
Uh,
but it's good that
yes,
you
yes.
fixed it.
I don't know the reason my headset suddenly stopped working, so yeah, I changed it.
Oh,
Mm.
okay.
Okay.
So, you said that you were working on a computer program.
Yes, I do.
What program is it?
Well, there are many programs, and for this case, I'm developing. I'm planning to make a um, smartphone application, and it's a game. It's a 2D game, so
Mm-hmm.
like there are some stages, and your character can fight with some monsters, and it'll save other characters. Yeah,
So it's a role-playing game.
yes, kind of that.
Okay.
Mm.
So how far have you gotten with it, or are you still in the planning stage?
Well, we were thinking about the idea for more than 1 month.
Mm-hmm.
And today we just started to make some schedule, the detailed schedule, and we decided what kind of language are we gonna use and some other
Mm-hmm.
contents that we will put in the game like that. So yeah, about for the planning, for just about the idea, we thought about that 1 month, and
Mm-hmm.
we just start the project right now. Yeah.
Mm. So how many of you are you in the team? How many are
Um,
programming the game?
Including me too. Me too.
Oh, there are two of you.
Yes, yes,
Oh,
we are.
so
Hmm.
your companion, your coworker, is he also a computer science major?
Yes, yes, he does.
Mm. So are you doing this for fun, or what are you trying to get out of?
Well, uh, of course, I'm interested in this area. Like programming game, and actually, I wanna get a job in this area. And this is my last semester in my school. But most of the
Ooh.
companies that I wanna work and what I wanna work for, I mean, most of the companies that I wanna work for requires me to have some specific technologies or knowledge
Mm-hmm.
in that area before I work there. So yeah, I'm doing it for study too.
Oh, so it's a double purpose.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So is this the first game that you've tried programming?
Yes, of course I made other programs
Mm-hmm.
too, but for the game area, yes, this is my first time.
Mm. So I hope that goes well and everything is according to plan.
I really hope so. And at the first time I planned some difficult thing, and my companion told me that it'll be better for me to to start from the scratch, not to give up that too early. So yeah, I changed my plan a little bit, actually a lot. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but it'll be fun.
Yes, definitely would be fun. And yes, he's correct by saying that it's better to start from the beginning.
Yes, yes, he's
Yeah,
right.
so that you have an idea from of what happens when you do this. It's a trial and error stage.
Yes, yes. Actually, what I was planning is kind of 3D game, but he
Mm-hmm.
recommended me to start with 2D so that I
Oh,
can understand the basic theories of
yeah.
the whole process of the game. So yeah, he's right.
Oh, it seems like he really knows what he's talking about programming.
Yes, because my major is just computer science. It's
Mm-hmm.
somehow general, but his major is computer game programming,
Oh,
and he knows well how the game engine works for the whole process. So yeah, he is better than me.
so it's really in his field.
Hmm?
So it is, game programs are really in his field.
Yes, yes, it is.
Oh, so at least he can teach you a bit about programming games, so you
Yes,
could learn more.
yes,
Yeah.
of course, for this technology that we will use. Well, he is also new to that, but yeah,
Oh,
for the basic theories, the general theories, yeah, he will help me a lot.
oh, that's very good if he could help you.
Yes, it is.
So, aside from this game, you mentioned that you've tried programming others.
Hmm.
Can you give me examples on what you've tried programming before?
Well, before I made an application,
Mm-hmm.
and is to it's like a book market application.
Mm-hmm.
So the students can trade their old books or used books to each other. Well, usually we used a website of our
Mm-hmm.
school, but but the whole design is not so good to use, and sometimes it takes a long time or a lot of time to search for the books they want to buy, or uh, it was a little bit hard to find the books with the proper price. So
Mm-hmm.
yes, we made a different and more convenient application. So yeah, used books market is the one application that I made, and the other
Mm-hmm.
application is to help the disabled by letting them to know uh, where they can access, like there are some people who use wheelchair for their movement, and for them to know which stores or building has the slope for their wheelchair. So uh, we made an application is that is specialized in searching for that kind of facilities. So yeah, and actually I'm working for that too now. Yeah, that's my graduation project.
It sounds like you really are having a lot of projects.
Yes, but because but I like it. Yeah.
Wow. Actually, some of the things you said were actually really helpful. It seems
Mm-mm.
like you really plan to help people in what's called this disabled people.
Mm-mm. Yes, because how can I say this? In my school is how can I say this? I'm not praising certain religion, but my school is
Mm-hmm.
Christianity school, and
Mm-hmm.
I've, I mean, my professors uh,
Mm-hmm.
have taught me that I have to help the people in the lowest status in our society. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to I'm trying to be like that. Yeah,
Oh, so you said you're trying to help the people in the lowest
status.
society
Yeah,
or
society.
status.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it would be better if you would rephrase it. How could we do
Can I
this?
say this?
I would want to help the people who are less fortunate.
Less fortunate.
Yeah,
fortunate. Okay.
yeah, that would be better.
Oh, or the worst fortunate. How can I call the people who are in the uh,
Hmm.
lowest economic level? Economic level, is it right?
Who are poor?
Yeah, yeah, poor.
Hmm. So it's a really nice thing for you to do, wherein you're trying to help them, especially those who need financial help.
Mm-mm-mm. Yes.
Mm. So, uh, regarding the wheelchair
Mm,
project,
mm.
tell me more about that.
Well, like if you search for a store's name, like Starbucks in Paris, for example,
Oh,
then
pardon me?
uh, if you search for if you search an image of a certain store with a name,
Uh-huh.
like for example, you can search, I mean, you can Google the Starbucks in
Mm-hmm.
Paris or
Mm-hmm.
LA, then they will show you a lot of image which contains some foods picture or selfies or some other photos. But for the wheelchair user, what they need is the entrances photo so that they can decide whether the entrance has slope or some other facilities that they need, like the disabled people's toilet or
Mm.
elevator, something like that, or table. So because they cannot sit on the floor, so
Yeah.
yeah, so they need that kind of information and photos for that, for especially for entrance. But
Mm.
well, actually, they're not that specialized website or application. Of course, there are
Mm-hmm.
some website like that, but they are not that useful actually because they don't use the um, information which already exists on the internet. So what we do is like we analyze the photos on the internet and tell the people whether they can access there or not by letting them show and letting them see the entrances picture.
Mm. So you're trying to show them the easiest possible way to get from point A to point B.
A little bit different. What we do is like we, I mean, we choose, I mean, I can say this, we classify the photos of a store's entrance and uh, we don't we don't show these selfies or foods photo or to the people, I mean to the disabled because they don't need those pictures. What we
Mm-hmm.
show them is just the entrances photos and some other information they need. So what we do is to shorten the search time for them.
Mm.
Mm-mm.
So, has this project already been been tested?
Uh, it's being tested and we are still working on that
Mm-hmm.
because we have to make it faster and
Mm-hmm.
uh, more, how can I say this, more compact because it's
What
too
do
huge. Sorry,
what do you mean when you say you have to make it faster? You have to
like
make what faster?
uh, like it takes right now it takes a minute to
Mm-hmm.
analyze or to decide whether there are photos which have, I mean, it takes a minute to decide whether there are any photo which have the entrance image. So what we have to do is to shorten the time to classify the photos.
Mm.
Hmm.
So it's a how do you do that then? Is it the search engine or?
It's kind of uh, AI, artificial
Mm-hmm.
intelligence,
Yes.
and we didn't develop the whole process, but we refer to the Google's. I mean, we refer to Google's technologies somehow,
Mm-hmm.
and they uh, they posted. I mean, Google posted a technology to classify those photos, and at, it's called as Inception. That's the name of the program, another program, and using that we can classify those photos.
Oh, so that's really helpful because it automatically classifies it.
Yes, but actually, but that's not 100% accurate. And what we are
Mm.
doing is to make it more accurate and to make it faster, so that they can use it more useful in a more
Mm.
useful way. Yeah.
Yeah, so I actually can't say anything about it because uh, I'm not really that into computers. So
Yes.
actually, I'm learning a lot from you.
Okay, thanks.
So
So it's
aside from
like,
that project,
yeah. Huh?
what else?
Sorry.
Aside from those projects, what else is keeping you busy? Or
And well, I was about to, I was about to take the, I mean, take, I was about to, I'm sorry, I was about to take the OP exam uh,
mm-hmm.
last, last month, in the end of the last month. Is it right to say like in the end of last month?
Pardon me, in the
In the last, I mean, how can I say this? Is it right to say I was about to take the exam in the end of last month? Is it correct to
oh,
grammatically?
uh, I was about to take the OPIC exam at the
Hmm.
end of last month.
Yes, is it right?
Yes,
Okay.
at the end, not
Uh,
in the end.
at the end. Okay, so
Yes.
thanks.
Okay.
I was about to take OPIC exam, OPIC exam at the end of last month, but
Mm-hmm.
because something happened to me, so I postponed my exam, and I'm trying to, I'm planning to take the exam next week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I have to study for that.
Oh, good luck with that.
Yes, I really hope to get, uh, higher level. I want to
Mm-hmm.
get a higher level than, what was it? IH. So,
Actually,
yeah.
for the past few minutes that I've been talking to you, it seems like you have really good English.
But sometimes, how can I say this? I murmured some word and my pronunciation is somehow not correct. And actually,
Mm-hmm.
pronunciation is my big issue. So I'm studying the pronunciation course, like NS course, with my regular teacher, Hermé.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really hard to study, and especially for the vowels.
Oh, but I'm sure you could get through it. I'm sure you will do well.
Mm-mm-mm. I hope so.
Yeah, good luck
Because,
with that.
yeah, because in my school there are so many students who are perfect in English. Yeah,
Oh,
most of
well,
them were in abroad. Yes,
abroad.
yeah, they were abroad. Most of them.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, practice makes perfect, and I know you will practice, so you will get high. That's for sure.
Thank you so much.
Okay. So, when is the OPIC exam?
Not last, sorry,
It's
next
next
Saturday.
week.
Next week and Saturday.
Oh. So you'll also be taking it online?
Mm, yes, I will take it online.
Hmm.
Mm.
Next week. Next week. What am I doing next week? So, may I ask, why didn't you take it last month?
Well, actually,
If it's okay with you.
Actually, last month uh, I broke up with my boyfriend, and
Oh, I'm sorry to hear.
that's fine. He was a jerk, so no problem.
Okay.
He just told me that by a phone call, and
Oh.
I exactly don't know the reason even now. Even though he told me that, even though he told me there's no specific reason, and he was just tired of our too much difference. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think he was cheating on me because he was he was I mean he was all into the other I mean he was all into the worker in a cafe. He
Mm.
often planned, and for more than 4 days he told me always about the pretty workers, even though we
Oh.
only had 30 minutes a day by a call because I was very busy because of my exam. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and suddenly he called me, and at that time I was decorating my home. I mean, I was cleaning my home and decorating or change the mood of my room to make me to refresh myself. And he suddenly told me that I like your interior style, and he continued his word like, but I think I have to break up with you. So I think this is totally nonsense, and I was really shocked that time. So that
Mm-hmm.
week I couldn't take any exams, so I blew up 2 exams, including OPID. So
Mm.
yeah, that's all.
Um, all I can say about him was he picked the wrong time, and
Mm-mm.
he is a jerk. I'm
Yes,
sorry to
this
say
is such
that.
a request. Right now, I'm fine with that because my friends all said bad words for me to him, so that's pretty fine
Yeah.
for me. Yeah.
So at least now you could focus more on your studies.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
Mm.
so unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today.
Okay.
Yeah. So I hope you take care, and I hope you do good in your exams, and
Okay.
including with your project, your programs.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay. Bye bye.
Yeah. Bye
Take care,
bye.
Joy.
Yes.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.